Now, back to your turn on 1330 WEBY, Northwest Florida's talk radio. The phone lines are open, so call in and join the conversation at 623-1330.
Leftist liberals hate him, atheists despise him, evolutionists and socialists fear him. Certain other talk show hosts are jealous of him. The White House administration knows who he is. But this is why you listen to Carl Freedom Friday with Carl Gallups, the Oval Office of Gulf Coast Talk Radio.
All right, welcome back, Gulf Coast. Welcome back, America. Mike Shoesmith, our guest this afternoon. Glad that you're with us. Hey, listen, Mike, so New Zealand now joins a long list, a growing list, let me say that, a growing list of nations that are endorsing gay marriage. And so what you've decided as the executive director of PPSIMMONS Ministry, that PPSIMMONS is going to endorse gay marriage. Now, when people first hear that, they freak out. They think, oh my gosh, Mike has lost his mind. PPSIMMONS is just, they're compromising, they've lost their minds. But explain to them what you mean by PPSIMMONS is now endorsing gay marriage.
Yeah, people don't ever need to worry about PPSIMMONS compromising on anything ever.
Yeah, thanks.
New Zealand has decided to enter into the as it was in the days of Noah dynamics. There, Jesus said in the last days it would be as it was in the days of Noah, people marrying and giving in marriage, and we know from the actual account from Genesis 6:5 that all of the actions and thoughts of people were only evil continuously.
Right. And and I was going to say, and just before that, it speaks of the sons of God marrying the daughters of men. And I know there's a lot of debate about what that means, but the point is, it's pointing out that those relationships were evil, and it was related to marriage. And then the very next statement speaks of these marriages going on. So as you're pointing out so brilliantly, when Jesus says people, like in the days of Noah, they were given and taken in marriage, more than likely that was an indication that marriage itself was being perverted in the days of Noah.
Yeah, and so, when we counsel people out of that lifestyle, out of the homosexual lifestyle, the very first thing we have to do, the very first thing, is to deconstruct the language.
Right. Because
these people have been, they've been indoctrinated through a particular set of cliches and like the gay lifestyle, quote unquote. Well, okay, let's go ahead and endorse gay marriage then. Right. If two happy people want to get married, we're okay with that, right?
Right.
And even if a man has desires for other men, we're okay with that, with men who have these desires getting married with sufficient counseling, as long as they marry someone of the opposite sex. We're okay with that. Even Jesus himself, who defined marriage, when he was asked about marriage and divorce, he said, look, haven't you guys read that from the very beginning, God made them male and female?
Thank you.
Jesus himself defines marriage, but Jesus would be okay, I think I'm safe to say, he would be okay with gay marriage in that happy people marrying each other. He's okay with that if we take back the language.
Yeah, there you go.
Right?
I love it.
And even if we say, okay, we are in favor of gay marriage, we are in favor of a gay man marrying a gay woman.
Yeah.
With sufficient counseling, that has happened.
Yeah.
We are endorsing gay marriage as it ought to be, between a man and a woman, happily married, right? Two happy people getting married. Listen, folks, we're going to see a greater push toward destroying biblical traditional marriage, and the endorsements for same-sex marriage will increase. We're going to see an increase of this, but I want all of the believers out there to hear me. Do not think that we're losing any battles here. This will only get worse, and Jesus said, until I return.
Right.
So we know that when all of these things begin to happen, Jesus says, look up, because your redemption draweth near.
That's right.
Says the King James.
He's on his way back. And you're right. I mean, the whole world is going the way of Sodom and Gomorrah. And every day, different headlines of different news organizations do run down the list of all of the nations that are joining this endorsing gay marriage. But, you know, this whole, as you said, it was kind of tongue-in-cheek, and, you know, we endorse gay marriage, et cetera.
Yeah.
Because what you're doing, you're taking the language back. And the very term gay marriage, if gay equals homosexual, gay marriage, let's say homosexual marriage, it's an oxymoron. I mean, because there's no such thing. I mean, you have to reinvent an entire understanding of a word because marriage, look it up in any dictionary and any encyclopedia, and it's defined as a man and a woman.
And you have to ignore entire bodies of medical evidence which scream at you, stop doing this.
Right, exactly. And you have to ignore 10,000 years of human history, which shows that homosexuality has been around, but it has always been seen as an aberration of society and relationships because it produces nothing. It produces no families, produces no children, it does not replenish the planet, etc., etc. Plus our own Center for Disease Control. They have page after page after page of the danger of this lifestyle, especially men having sex with men. So to take the term gay marriage, it's an oxymoron. There's no such thing. It's like saying we're going to start calling all dogs cats. Well, you can do that if you want, but a dog is still a dog, and a dog will never be a cat, even if we change the word for dog.
Well, and if it wasn't for the aggressive use of medical advancements to keep these people alive, nature would take care of this all by itself. If you have a man and a woman who embrace the true love awaits message, you wait until you're married, then you have all the passionate sex you want, until you die, you will not have to worry about the kinds of things. Now, I'm not going to get into the details.
Thank you. Yeah, but
trust me,
right.
If it was not for medical advancement, thanks to the creative spark given to humanity by God himself, if it was not for the aggressive use of medical scientific advancement, nature would take care of this all by itself, folks.
Right.
This would not be a problem.
Right. And it is. I mean, between the fact that there's no procreation in these kind of relationships and the fact that disease is rampant. And as a matter of fact, I've been looking at the P.P. Simmons blog spot. You've been posting a lot of medical reports over the last couple of months from around the world where more and more types of diseases are obviously or apparently being transferred through the homosexual lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that's not going away. There are, in fact, I think it was Drudge, I think, who recently posted an article which pointed out that there are new diseases on the horizon now. That there's nothing stopping. I mean, if people think, well, AIDS, it's just something that people live with now. Listen, folks, there's stuff on the horizon here that you had better stay healthy, stay pure, stay biblical. I mean, if you stay biblical, Bible, basic instructions before leaving Earth, keep it real, keep it biblical, stay close to the Lord, and these things will not be an issue for you.
Right. Thank you. The Creator, the one who designed our bodies, knows how they're supposed to work. And if we'll do it His way, we will stay healthy and we will stay productive. God bless you. Listen, Mike, we've only got about 30 seconds, so tell folks where they can find you, your ministry, how they can get a hold of you, and about the P.P. Simmons properties.
Yeah, we would love to have you guys, send us an email, ppsimmons@live.com. If you want free, we got 2 free books we can send out to you. Join us. We'd love to have you come on board our Facebook page, Twitter, our blog, ppsimmons.blogspot.com. And, come on board the God train. We got it going on, and we'd love to see you guys join us.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mike. God bless you. That's Mike Shoesmith. Folks, you're listening to Freedom Friday with Carl Gallups. Go to carlgallups.com, carlgallups.com. Click on the praying hands there, and it'll take you to ppsimmons@live.com. You can correspond with live counselors and ministers and get some answers to your questions and some prayers met. We minister to folks all over the world every day that way, carlgallups.com. All right, folks, we'll be right back. Just a few moments, Dr. Grace.